Good morning, welcome to the program. It's Adu and the Guru here on Lagos Talks 91.3 FM, the first edition of the year 2023. What a way to start the year. The first Monday, of course, the first working week. It's the first everything. And today we're excited to be here. You made it. We made it. We're all excited to be here. Good morning and welcome to the show. Now, you know, on Adu and the Guru, we give you an analytic perspective to the stories making the rounds in the papers. Not necessarily fresh, but insightful and in-depth analysis will always come your way here on the program. Now, to let you know, it's not Adu and the Guru if Adu is all by himself, is it? So it's my pleasure to introduce to some and present to others editor at large of the newsguru.com. He's a veteran journalist of over 45 years of experience. He is very well versed in what he does as a journalist, and he is the convener of Godwin the Guru on YouTube, a platform where you get to see the news analyzed in never-before fashion. He's also the one who hosts the website Godwin the Guru for you to get all these facts outlined as well. He is the man who's the one with the historical perspective, the Sheikh Guru of our time, talking about the world, Africa, Nigeria, Lagos, Ikoyi, and Lagos Talks 91.3, with room number 1 being the room he occupies. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Godwin Etakibuebu, the Guru, is live with us this morning. Good morning, sir. How are you today?
Good morning, Adu. I am great, and Happy New Year, Adu.
Happy New Year to you, sir.
Because you refused to wish me Happy New Year when it came. By that 12 midnight, I was waiting for your call. It now dawned on me that you were so envious of the contentment and the enjoyment I'm having in my village, and that is why you refused to tell me Happy New Year on one hand. Then on the other hand, I now knew that the number of chickens that were allocated to me that you took over by yourself. So, and to my guest in the studio, Mr. Or shall I say honorable, or shall I say distinguished?
I think I like the honorable part.
Femi Gbagyabi, I mean, like bringing proposal to abrogate the name honorable in the next in the 10th National Assembly. You've not heard that, eh?
Well, I think I saw the news, but I've not even, perused it deeper. But it'd be interesting to see that happen.
Okay. Now that you recommended honorable, honorable High Chief Prince Ibrahim Uduboni, the Managing Director, Lagos State Waste Management Agency, Loma, you are welcome and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, the Guru, and Happy New Year to all our listeners out there. Thank you very much. I take all those titles. Don't let me get in trouble with the honorable, so it's okay.
More than that, you are more than that. Except when Nigeria shall rise against the members of the National Assembly because of their authority, I only hope you will not be around there because somebody will be, hey, this is another honorable. Okay. My people. Let me call it the way that Governor, His Excellency, former Governor of Imo State, Senator Rochas will call it. My people, all across the globe of the world, from continent to continent, from nation to nation, from state to state. Happy New Year to all of us. Happy New Year. It shall be a very, very fruitful and blessed year for all of us. I think we are thanking God that He made it possible for us to survive. And today is the second day of January of the year 2023. That is 2023 years after the birth or the death of my Lord Jesus Christ. God, who made it possible for us to cross over from 2022, shall retain us in the land of the living. And this time next year, we shall be celebrating also in the name of Jesus Christ. So happy New Year. And no evil shall befall us, either early the year or middle of the year or the last day of the year. Which bí a ṣe wá la máa jáde, a máa wà láyé, a ó dẹ̀ wà láyé, a ó tún wá wà láyé ara wa lórúkọ bàbá wa lókè Elédùmarè, ọba tí ń gbàdúrà, bó ṣe máa rí fún àníyàn o. Now, I added that aspect of the prayer I do for a reason. Imagine the NNPC man in Abeokuta where he went to the church on 31st to celebrate Passover, 12:30 or thereabout. He returned back to his house, and hoodlums came, or assassins came. They killed him. Just a few minutes of saying Happy New Year. That shall not be our story.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
They killed him, they killed the wife, they took the son and the house away. I wouldn't know whether they will have the boldness to demand for ransom for the young person. In Abeokuta, just again, I repeat, that shall not be our portion. And I do, I propose a music which we open today. I don't know whether you've forgotten it.
No, the one you sent to me on WhatsApp.
Yes.
Okay, do you want us to do that now?
No. I'm just telling listeners that we shall have 5 minutes of dance. But for now, because of exigencies of service, let us rotate the presentation agenda. Because the managing director of Loma, he has a meeting he will be going for with his governor. And if he had to have a meeting with the governor, not necessarily your governor, the governor of the state, if you are having a meeting, you must be seated at least 15 minutes before the governor's arrival. You cannot walk in after the governor had arrived. So for that reason, let us rotate the thermometer movement and bring one or two things so that he will have the time to run away. Because if he's being with us will clash with the interests of the governor, that will not be too good for us, because he will have about 365 days in 2023 to be talking to us, to be coming to us. So let us do that very, very fast. So, Oga Managing Director of Loma, you are welcome again to the mic.
Morning, the Guru. Thank you. And
again, your voice is hilariously reflecting the contentment of enjoyment to wave 2022 away and 2022 to bring it in. It's okay. It's allowed.
I'm very optimistic of 2023.
So it's allowed.
Thank you very much. You got me dancing the Guru this morning, so thank you.
Thank you. You are welcome again. Now, we're talking of cleaner Lagos in 2023.
Yes, sir.
I know the effort, the type of effort that people like you put into the operations. What new that you are bringing to Lagosians for them to know that exactly 2023 will be a year of neater Lagos?
Thank you very much. So 2023 is going to see a year of a continuous efficiency and consistency in what we do across waste management, solid waste management in Lagos as a whole. So some of the things that you see in 2023 are things that will address all our waste management concern for years to come. So we'll be more proactive in thinking way ahead. So firstly, we'll be focusing a lot more on the need for us to completely eradicate the unnecessary informal sector that duplicates the works that needs to be done in waste management in 2023. Total eradication of that, and that will stop things like dropping of waste in the median of the road, and also it will also stop people that feel they can get away with non-patronizing PSPs across board. Also, this year there will be a total climb down on unethical ways of waste management, like littering,
like what wish?
Like littering, you throwing waste out of your car while driving, also not paying for your waste bill and pouring your waste in drainages and canals and thinking you can get away with littering the frontage of your markets as a standard market in Lagos. So this year is all about all beans in the market going inside the market, not outside. So we want more cleaner, hygienic, and more a much more good physical aesthetics in our markets in Lagos across board. And thirdly, we will be focusing a lot more this year on ensuring that what we are taking to our landfills are reduced. So we know last year and the year before we launched the Packham app, and we've identified that there are some operational needs that are required to ensure that our waste, our recyclables are carted away on time. So this year, beginning of this year, our first launch will be our waste bank, what we call waste bank. So basically, is the operational side that supports the Packham app in partnership with Sterling Bank and Packham, Loma, and all the recyclers in Lagos. So, just like Uber, when you call someone to come and pick up your recyclables, immediately they will be there, and then the exact value will convert and be in the waste bank for you to know. Now, this week, I've made 500 naira, I've made 1,000 naira, I've made 2,000 naira from my recyclables that I've traded to
so recyclables
recyclers.
like plastic
bottles, can, paper, cardboards, all those kind of things, metals. You can now get money instantly from them when the waste bank has been launched. So keep an eye out, out there for that as well. And finally, we're going to be more work. We're going to continue to deepen our relationship with our PSPs to ensure that areas where you have ineffective PSP, immediate actions are taken, replacement support intervention are deployed, and we want to employ all tenements to pay their waste bill timely. Pay your waste bill because it's very important, and it helps to resolve a lot of things to save you money on the long run on things like malaria and co. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Then on this PSP, the PSP.
Yes.
Have you increased their fees?
Yeah, so
what is happening?
So last year, sometime around August last year, we looked at the need for us to review the pricing because we know that a lot of things have really changed because most of them, their trucks are being gotten from abroad and the dollar rate is changed. Now we're moving to 700, 800 regime. So to fix a truck when there's a problem, they have to order it abroad and then face the exchange rate changes as well. Diesel price has gone from 216 in January, finishing about 800 towards the end of the year. So a lot of costs have gone up for them, and even their laborers, their staff, the pricing have gone up. Even the insurance prices have gone up because I got a message from the insurance people saying the insurance of all the trucks will be going up for this year. So that's why we continue to appeal to our people that we should not remain adamant that we're going to pay what we're paying in 2009 for our waste. The government is subsidizing it. The government of Addis Ababa has subsidized it a lot, over 350% of it. But there's still that difference there that needs to be addressed. And that's why we're appealing to people that no matter what you have in terms of the increase of your wage bill, please, let's try and be very fair with it. And Loma will work with the PSP and the CDA, CDC, Standard Association to ensure that a good result is obtained. And this increase, I want to appreciate places like Ayoboy, Ekpaja, and Co. They've embraced it. If it's embraced somewhere like Ayoboy, Ekpaja, Ekpe, and Co. So why are we having issues in some of the areas that some of us feel are really highbrow? So that's what I want to appeal to Lagosians, that across board is everyone that is impacted, and we want these changes to be something that will be fair to all our people, because we know that we have a lot of people in the waste management sector, and waste is not something you can really keep with yourself without actually disposing it properly. But 2023 will be a different year entirely. And also to address concerns of some people on our trucks. So our PSPs have now finished and concluding the part of the support that Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu wants to give them for 2023 in changing some of their fleets. So watch that space. You are going to see some new, maybe 100% gas or electric compactors on the road. So our PSPs are going to start turning up with a very well posh and nice trucks in 2023. Thank you.
Okay. There are many questions that you would have answered, but given your tight schedule, I would want to release you so that you can meet with your governor and be seated for 15 minutes before his arrival because we should not be seen as breaking the protocol. Otherwise, last time he spoke to us about particular vehicles that are now being brought in, either in spare parts or something that a group within Loma can fix.
Yes. So we are
we still relying on the individual PSP vehicles for this year, or what you said last year is coming to implementation about those type of vehicles?
So thank you very much. I know in 2021, Lagos State government procured about 102 waste trucks for Loma that were assembled in Lagos. So we still have those, and they are really, really doing very well. But like we know, there are loads of other things that we need to consider, including the climate change challenges. So that's why the only changes we are making to them this year is to look at, once diesel was biting, so let's look at other ways of powering our trucks, like gas, and also look at electric as well. So we aim to look for trucks that will be assembled in Lagos as well. But this time around, make them dual fuel. So instead of relying solely on diesel, let's look for some other cheaper way and
so more like a hybrid
environment. Yeah.
Which cheaper way are you thinking of? Electricity?
I think the cheapest way would be electricity, but the one that's been tested by us and trusted is gas. So CNG, okay. We've converted 2 trucks and they
like
work
Nigeria, where there is no electricity even in the villa, the headquarters of the country. How do you get electricity to power vehicle? That is number one question. Number two, you must not necessarily answer this question today, but you take them away. Next time you are coming, you will answer them, please, because I'm writing them here now. Then number two, if the vehicles are created not along the mode of electricity, can you make a turnover here? Is that possible mechanically to bring electricity to it? Then Adu, do you have any question you want to him?
Oh yes, I love the idea of the Packham app. Really brilliant. I just wanted to ask, sir, when the waste bank is instituted, can we then use money in our waste bank to pay for waste?
Exactly. That's what the whole idea is all about.
So if the PSP's prices are going up and I'm accumulating on my waste bank, can I use my waste bank to pay eventually?
So you could use your vouchers or your balance on your waste bank to pay some of your waste bill, and also maybe purchase things like plastic bags, black bags, pins, and co as well.
Awesome. Yeah, that was my question, Guru.
Okay, MD, I want to thank you because, like as I keep saying, I respect protocols. I want to thank you that in spite of the arrangement you have, you found time to come to us. Please, when you come next time, be ready to answer all these questions.
Definitely.
And in addition, let listeners know, mostly Lagosians, the adjustment of the price from the PSP operators to the citizenry, is it to be carried out by themselves, or you've given them a target, or can you announce to people that this is exactly what is expected from this quarter or from this area to this area? From this, think of it and bring the answer to us next time when you are coming. We appreciate you very, very much. And my regards to every person, your staff, because you are doing a good job, because a clean environment is a healthy environment. And once again, tell your people that I say,
thank you.
And the cow, because I learned
Guru,
you gave them instructions.
why do I sense that Ecuador was indirectly saying they should give me your chicken?
Yeah, Guru. When you are coming next time, I will be at hand to receive the cow, because I heard of the cow you bought for me.
Don't worry, I'll do a proper handover of the cow when I come next time. But once again, I want to say a very good thank you to all the management staff, the sweepers out there, all our heroes that we had out there for a wonderful 2022. And as we look forward to 2023, we promise Lagosians that we will do more. The result of more of a good work is more work. Thank you very much.
So, in addition, I want to thank that woman, that young lady, that old lady that is there in the chilly cold by 6 a.m. sweeping the streets. Oh, I thank all of you. You are really the hero of NITA Lagos. So thank you very much, Mr. Managing Director. We are grateful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Wow, Guru. I think the conversation with him was really, really insightful. For me, I like the idea that they're introducing a digital aspect to waste management. It will go a long way to, help many of the individuals have a little bit of income, and we can control recyclable waste better with that innovation.
I agree with you. The prayer there is that let this introduction come very, very fast. Because you remember when the managing director was greeting the people, he said, as we look forward to 2023, we are no more looking forward to 2023. So we pray that the introduction, the novelty and everything should come very, very fast, so that in 2024, we shall not be talking of the digital payment of this thing again. May God help all of us.
Amen. Amen.
So, Adu.
Yes, sir.
Let us go back to our music. It is good for us to dance. But before you make the music possible, let me say this. I want to start. Somebody, a very great, good friend of mine, sent me the Happy New Year message. I read it almost 25 times. Very short message. Then it occurred to me that I should share this with my listeners and share it with my son Nadu and with every person that cares. I'm going to read it out as he sent it to me. And the good thing is that this guy who sent this thing to me, he's in Nigeria, but he doesn't live in Nigeria. He's a highly demanded medical doctor all over the world. He's well sorted all over the world in his own, I think he's a neurosurgeon. Those are those who deal with the brain and co. Am I right?
Yes, neurosurgeons do with that.
Because I want you to confirm it, because that is supposed to be your first quarters of residence before you attach this. Now, he said, Happy New Year. Not because of the fried rice and chicken, but because you are queuing to buy fuel at 250 naira per liter. But because you can't buy $1 except you have 735 naira. And if you have earned dollar in the bank, you may sweat to get your own dollar you kept in the bank out of the bank. But because the road to your hometown may be full of bandits and kidnappers or killer herdsmen. Happy New Year. Not because of the rice and the chicken. He's continuing. As he wrote it, that's what I'm reeling it out. But because your children have no new opportunities and their university lecturers are treated like thief. Happy New Year. Not because of the chicken, but because you are tired of arrogant leaders that cannot address you without insulting you, that only lose their appetite when killer herdsmen are shot out of desperation. Happy New Year. Not because of the chicken and the rice, but because you are tired of paying for darkness supplied instead of electricity. Happy New Year. Not because of the chicken and the rice, but because you are tired of struggling to own a passport and being forced to queue in crowds during pandemics for NIN that foreigners get without stress in our own country. Happy New Year. Not because of the chicken and the rice, but because you are tired of the lies, deceits, and callousness. Happy New Year. Because this is the year you can change everything. Yes, everything. Only with one thing too, and that thing is your PVC. Have you collected yours? And are you ready to deploy it? Happy New Year, my brother. End of message. So, we can now move ahead. Give us the menu, Adu.
All right. Our menu today had to go through several levels of preparation. And whenever that happens, you know that the chef has gone to his cookbook to check the ingredients once and again to ensure that we have the most sizzling, meal. And after the entire process, here's our menu, and it has 8 items. Number 1.
After discarding everything.
Well, Guru, it's because you have a very sensitive taste bud, so you want to make sure everything is sizzling and sumptuous. Well, item 1, Hope deems as 15.9 billion naira Nigeria Air lands in court. That's from the Guardian newspaper. Item 2, Senate proposes 376 new agencies, shuns Oronsaye's report, from the Punch newspaper. Item 3, 133 poor Nigerians. Serap sues Buhari over failure to probe spending on intervention programs. The Guardian also has that story. Item 4, Gbajabiamila deceived us to call of strike, ASU lamenting. And the Tribune has the wails and woes. Item 5, National Assembly passes 21.82 trillion naira budget for 2023. As from the Vanguard. And item 6, 2022, still 30 billion naira severance package. ASU intervention from major issues in reps. And that is from the Daily Post. Item 7, man beats daughter to death for calling boyfriend with his SIM card. A sad story captured in the Vanguard newspaper. And item 8, the last but not least, Senate not aware of 22 trillion naira loan. That's according to Indume. And the Punch has the story.
Thank you very much, Adu.
Yes, sir.
Let me pick them at random. This man is from somewhere Cross River. The daughter used her phone to call her boyfriend. I mean, the daughter used his phone, the father phone, to call the boyfriend. And the daughter is 16 years old. The father became so furious and pounced on the daughter. And on the process of beating, something give. And every effort, not effort even by medical doctor, but every effort to bring the girl back to life failed. So the girl we are talking about now is now in the mortuary. The father beat her to death because she used the father phone to call her boyfriend. But of course, you can trust. The father had told the police in statement that I did not kill my daughter. It is true that I got her beaten up, but she did not die in the process of the beating. And I wouldn't beat my daughter till my daughter would die. I beat her up because what she did upset me. After the beating, it was later the mother called me that the girl has stomachache. And that when my wife told me that my daughter had stomachache, we quickly rushed her to the place of healing. And you know where the man rushed the girl to? Not any medical hospital, but one quack place of prayer. And the girl gave up the hope, the ghost there. That is for that. The question is, your phone to call a boyfriend, is it worthy to kill your own daughter? I remember Fela song, different fever, 9 day, yellow fever, anko, ide, malaria fever, anko, ide. I will turn in that different witchcraft, 9 day, the one where they pie for night, ide. The papa where they beat daughter to death, ide. So wow. That is how that story is. I picked that off quickly so that we can pave way. Hope deals as 15.9 billion Nigeria Air lands in court. This year budget that President Muhammadu Buhari will sign, is it tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow is Tuesday. I think President Muhammadu Buhari will sign it. The budget for aviation, there is 1.3 billion. Then all the budget accumulatively for the aviation ministry within these last 4 years. The first 4 years tenure of Muhammadu Buhari is not included here, but this last 4 years has gone to 15.9 billion in 5 years. Now, the 15.5 billion for Nigeria Air, we will not see the Nigeria Air flying. We will not see the airfield be decorated. We will not see passengers buy tickets. We will not see the desk of Nigeria Air by the time that President Muhammadu Buhari will be handing over to his successor on 29th of May this year. We have May is the 5th month of the year. Am I right with my calculation?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So May is not the 11th month of the year. Am I right?
No, it's not.
It's just the 5th month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Meaning today is day 2 in 2023. Meaning about 4 months or 27 days from today, Muhammadu Buhari will be handing over. And he's driving away because he said he would leave the villa in a hurry and he will not be in a hurry to come back because, of course, there was nothing he forgotten there that will come back for. As he will be driving away to Daura, may his flight be smooth. May his entourage not be waylaid in that environment as it was done to him some time ago. As Buhari is driving away to Daura, the dream of Nigerians on Nigeria Air with Hadi Sirika will be dropping into the Atlantic Ocean. And the speed of the movement of the ocean would have taken it around the world and dropped it in the bottomless pit. I don't know if there's really any bottomless pit on earth here, but of course the Bible told us about bottomless pit. Or Hadi Sirika Nigeria Air with this 15.9 billion and the former $400 million, everything, the ocean will be able to take them smoothly into Bermuda Triangle, where that shall become a permanent history of irrelevance for us. I don't know if people would understand what I'm saying, because I'm not after any individual. Oh, Adu, you need to hear how much my case was reported to authorities of all the device among the political parties last week. Oh, my report came very heavily in the PDP at the highest level, came heavily in the APC at the highest level, came heavily with Kwankwaso at a minor, very minor. Thank God I have very, very good connection in Bauchi, one of the strong hold places of Musa Rabiu Kwankwaso, senator, former executive governor. So where the matter was just landing at the table of the top hierarchy, somebody called me all the way from Bauchi to say, what did you do?
Hey.
But so I'm not after Sirika, but the whole thing had gone into abyss of memory. And because this is happening under President Muhammadu Buhari, it is not corruption that is fighting back, but let us consider it as a corruption that is a courage and led to the throne. Corruption had been enthroned. So please, Nigerians, take the Nigeria Air as one of those corruption that are thrown. And we will tell you about physical infrastructure development. Every money that went for this Ministry of Aviation will be added to the total money of investment in physical infrastructure. But their physical infrastructure, you can only enjoy your dreams. They are not here. The budget tells you about that. Somebody will tell me I should not blame President Muhammadu Buhari on that. I will blame him because I cannot leave President Muhammadu Buhari and go and blame my dead mother. So this is it. That is the airwaves. So sorry, Nigeria Air.
Mm-hmm.
What they should know is this. Because the minister, Hadi Sirika,
Mm-hmm.
in 2016 rolled out an aviation roadmap development agenda for transformation.
Guru, can you hear me? Okay, we do apologize for that. There seems to be a breach in our network communication. While that has been sorted, let me remind you that we are very interactive in this program. And we have messages coming in already. You can send them to us on WhatsApp 0809-234-5913. Tell us your thoughts and comments on the different things we're discussing here today. Maxwell joins us this morning, gives us his own side of things. He says, good morning, Adu. Glorious New Year to you and everyone listening to the world-acclaimed radio station, Lagos Talks. My name is Maxwell. My take this morning is on the endorsement of Peter Obi by Olusegun Obasanjo and the response of the opposition party, especially APC. I said, really, what is if the endorsement went to be other way round? They would have been all hands in the air singing praises. He goes on to say, okay, because of time, I'm just trying to abridge it. Nigerians, which should have been the basic things any serious and sensible government would have done. That's in talking about the things APC has done. He says, but typical of the attitude of the government, they always play to the gallery. Thank God 2023 is finally here. Destiny shaping year. Youth of Nigeria are ready to make the right choice. All right. Tony says, good morning. It's important that the government ban sale of sachet alcohol and drinks at major bus stops. It's a major cause of dirt on the roads and gutters. Well, Tony, there's actually a legislation for the ban of sachet alcohol. However, it's going to take effect, I think, in 2024. I'm not sure of the date, but it's something that was done so as the bureaus and the people who are in the bureaus can have time to adjust up until the point where the sachet alcohol drinks will no longer be allowed for sale. So, yes, there's the legislation for that. We're still working to get the guru back on. Bear with us. Numbers to call in the meantime, 0809-234-5913. 0809-234-5913. You can also call 0809-191-3913. 0809-191-3913. Turn off your radio to ensure that we can hear what you're saying. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, thank God. Mr. Adu, your friend, your brother, Peter Monse is the first caller.
Hello, Peter. How are you today?
And to say Happy New Year to you.
Thank you very much.
Happy New Year to our God, the Guru, enjoying his day. And Happy New Year to the normal man you brought and the man who do there. And Happy New Year to all the callers and listeners, all the family and management staff of Lagos Talk, the station of the year. Happy New Year to all of you.
Yeah.
Mr. Adu, I want to quickly add here. When the Guru was reading out the message the neurosurgeon sent to him, congratulating him on the erratic power supply, paying for darkness instead of light, he forgot to also mention erratic network, that even when you are still speaking with the Guru, the network will be lost 17 times within a program of 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes. I think Nigerians never bargain for this. And I'm trying to link it up with what is coming up this year. Finally, the year has come. The other day I was saying that I wish the end of 2022 was the end of Buhari administration and APC defeat.
Well,
But
Peter, you
unfortunately, that
have
was
to
not
wait
to be.
till we
But we
get to
have
the
a few
ballot.
months left for this.
Yes, you have to wait till
So
we
I
get to the
think we are
ballot.
going for it. We want a change. We make a change. Nigerians will smile again, and Nigerians will sing a new song. Let's key into what Obasanjo has told us. The youth in Nigeria, rise up and take back your country. We will not go along with this any longer. God helping us.
All right, Peter, thank you. Thank you for joining us. We have the Guru back now. Guru.
The issue of the I was quoting what Sirika said in 2016 that this will include the plan had the priority, the new national carrier, concession of all airports for efficiency, aircraft leasing companies, maintenance facilities, and development of an aerotropolis. All these are as dead as dodo, and our money gone. That's what I said. And that is where I will leave that matter hanging, because that's a dead matter as far as we are concerned. But the only thing I will bring to attention of the of our audience, of our listening audience, is this: why? What is happening in Nigeria about the airline is the same thing that is happening in Ghana. You know, Ghana and Nigeria, they are almost like twins. But why this is happening, the third most efficient and largest airline in Africa is the Kenya Airline. I traveled once and I spent 24 hours in Kenya. I was a guest of the Kenya Airways. So it gave me opportunity to meet the chairman of their board and many people. And they told me, because that time, Kenya had just acquired either 10 or something new aircraft. I think Boeing 757 or thereabout. Or was it 777? 757. They told me how they were able to do it. That they moved from the government center team to private sector team. But you know that today, the Kenya airline is going down.
Is it due to maintenance or competition?
Not only. I think the snake that is biting Nigeria continuously, I think the grandchild of that snake sneak into Kenya, and there is a little bite on them. For example, you know, Kenya just got a new president, William Ruto. Now, William Ruto, you know what he said? He said, let me bring it up, Pierre. Quote, I am willing to sell the whole of Kenya Airways, Ruto said. I am not in the business of running an airline that just has a Kenya big flag. That's not my business. Because the last report showed $82.4 million for the first half of 2022 loss. The airline recorded $95.8 million loss for the same period in 2021. It is the third largest, but the president, William Ruto, is not the president that will give an assignment without supervision. He never abdicates. He supervises. He knows little of everything in the world. So he's running his country more efficiently. He will not ask you that between you and your God, the paper you have given to me to sign now, is it true? You're cautious with God? Like my president, Muhammad Buhari, according to the witness I quoted last week, we'll see. And once the witness, he says, we're lie to lie, President Muhammad Buhari will sign. William Ruto is not like that. He's now dealing with the situation. 2023, Happy New Year again, Adu, because 2023 with your beaver, with your not beaver, with your PVC, you'll be able to share the narration. Now, that is for that. When Steve Orosanye brought the panel report, President Goodluck Jonathan inaugurated that. And also he made known to the whole world that there are too many parastatals, too many agencies in Nigeria. Even most of them are doing the same job. Let me forget about this. Now, Serap has gone to court because we call it poverty marginally. 133 million. Already Nigerians are poor. And with this, we talk of trillions of solving the situations, which is being shared between those big ministries controlled under the supervision of Madam Humanitarian Society. So Serap has gone to court. Serap is creating all this for record purposes. No court will try them. And once Buhari goes out of power, nobody will answer to all this. All the trillions that we are told to lift 100 million, 10 million, 1 million from poverty, they have been shared by individual of them. All of them gather together and share this until they are able to prove their innocence. And Serap is going to sue for record purposes, for historical purposes. Otherwise, nothing will come back to Nigeria. So Nigeria had witnessed this past 5 years of uncountable, disastrous squandering of our money in the name of pulling people out of poverty. Whereas what Madam Zainab, Madam Farouk, all of them are doing is pushing people into poverty, pushing them into poverty. So I will stop that way. We will thank Serap, but what Serap is doing is not for the purpose of bringing the money back. No, but it's for the purpose that history will have good documentation of the most, so far, or of a very, very, let me not use the word most, of a very, very corrupt government so far. So that is what. Then Bagabi Amila had answered ASU that he did not promise them that. Because what ASU said is that Bagabi Amila signed a letter telling them that immediately they can call off the strike, that the 8 months will be fully paid, that the issue of no pay, no work will not come. But Bagabi Amila is saying he's not, he didn't do that. Bagabi Amila is a very, very clever politician. So we should not hold him too much. And I will blame ASU that trust a politician. A politician is never the person to be trusted. The Nigerian politician, particularly, is not to be trusted. So let us forget about it. National Assembly passes 21.8 trillion budget for Buhari. What Buhari submitted to them was 20-point-something trillion. What they now pass is 21.3 trillion. And why the delay? They jacked the budget up with 1.31 trillion, moves from 20.51 trillion to the 21.8 trillion. They passed the financial bill, the OK 262 billion budget for FIRS. And if you go and check the budget, and the president is signing it into law tomorrow, in fact, when it came from the committee level, the House did not have time to look at it at all. They just send it that it must be passed. And if you look at the budget, everything, the 1.3 trillion padded into the budget, admitted by Madam Zainab Ahmed, the Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Development, that which the National Assembly shouted, oh, it was passed to. Nobody removed 10 baht of that 1.7 trillion. The 2.65 billion that Madam Farouk told the National Assembly, I know nothing about it too, is Madam Finance that put it into it too. That all of them were shouting about. And you will recollect that I prophesied then, let me say prophesied. I prophesied then that at the end of the day, this budget will go in for signature of president and will stand as a law. Because nobody will touch any of those things. All those shouting is to make sure that nobody touch it. And this is it. It all had gone. including the one that the National Assembly themselves padded in. Nigerians are the loser of this game. The battle of corruption between the executive, the National Assembly, Nigerians are the loser. These people are not losing. It's only God that will shake them, and God will shake them at the appropriate time. When God will be shaking them, all of us in Nigeria will be seeing it. Some of us will put our hands on our head, but most people don't do that. Don't forget that Madam Kama will always come back visiting. Then, having said that, let me rush quickly to another one. Senate not aware of 22 trillion loan. I have the loan. I won't want to discuss it today, but we'll discuss it tomorrow. The 22 trillion loan that has come before the Senate, somebody say they knock it out. No, they only step it down. Nigeria should know this. But please, join us tomorrow again in the Morning Digest. I will give you all the coconut that mixed everything for the ingredients of this rice. It is not that the president applied to send a bill, what they call additional money, they call it a supplementary budget, to the National Assembly and tell them that please approve this for me. Unknown to Nigerians and unknown to the National Assembly, they now say they don't know. It is a lie. I stand on the top of this mountain to shout that Nigerians don't listen to the National Assembly. They knew what was happening. It is a big lie. They had part of the takeaway regime over the years. And what they are saying is that every government, Jonathan did it. Okay, if Jonathan did it, Buhari said he's coming to correct. So in the correction, he will have to go the way of Jonathan and go deeper than Jonathan. Is that the type of government we had wanted? No. Every year, the CBN, between the CBN and the executive, we now create some money. We borrow the government outside the budget. And this money comes from the system. They now call it ways and means. So the whole thing had accumulated to 22 trillion, which the government has spent. No analysis of expenditure. Nobody tells anybody where it was spent on, and they brought it back. Now they say, please approve this budget for us. Some of them now say, why? What the law says is that you send your budget, you ask for approval, then we analyze it, then we approve it. But you are spending this, you say approve. This is not an approval. It will only be consent or whatever you want to call it. This is it. They step it down. Not that they threw it away, because this money have been consumed by the executive. 22 trillion without National Assembly approval. Nigerians, can you see a level of criminality? I will give the details. Every bit of the detail is an impeachable offense on the president. Every bit of the details.
But Guru, according to the argument, they say it transcended this president's tenure. So,
no, I do. You are forcing me now to.
Okay, sorry. I'm just saying. Well, if he was to be impeached, maybe we should have started impeaching before now. That's what I was just gonna say.
On that statement, too, God bless you. Now, if you look at it, it started 3.4 billion, 6.9 billion, 16 billion, 32.7 billion, 50.9 billion, 82.4 billion, 134. This is how it started growing until it came to the. So it is the evening of the impressioner or God package it, say, come, approve it for me. If that is not approval, is to they call it to rectify or what? Because it's been spent. So it should be ratified for me.
Let me go through some of our messages just to get them back in captured. 0809-234-5913 is the WhatsApp number. This is Ibile says, good morning, Adu and Guru. Says, Adu, please, you left OBJ's letter to the youths out in your menu. Is it irrelevant? Well, the menu, Ibile, is not only about current news stories. It's pretty much stories that happened in the previous week. And why we do that is so that we can have time to delve deep into the microscopic levels of the news stories. So this OBJ endorsement that you talked about will definitely be brought into subsequent menu as we gear up for the election. Perhaps a periscope.
Yes.
For that. Guru, I'm reading messages now. Sorry, we lost you in the process. Okay, Wale from Ibeju says, good morning, sir. Happy New Year to you. May the Lord renew your strength and give you grace to go about your duties in the new year. Good morning, Adu and the Guru. Adegboyega says, good morning, Adu and the Guru. Happy New Year. But Abia Mila deceived us in calling up strike by ASU is a lie. ASU telling me they are just knowing Nigerian politicians. Infrastructure built by Buhari can be likened to a horse on a sheet of paper that can't run. Thank God Buhari is leaving for good. Let's have a breath of fresh air, a fresh hope. OBJ endorsement of Obi will eventually kill Obi's dreams of winning the election. It's a curse, honestly. Greetings to my brother and friend in the studio. That's Temitokwe, the estate manager. One more from WhatsApp. This is from Olupona Olabode. As far as I'm concerned, Adu and Guru, APC has simply come to defraud Nigeria and Nigerians with propaganda and unrealistic promises. I do think that Nigerians are now wise enough to make the decisions in 2023 at the polls, in all the elections, both at the state levels and at the federal levels. Guru, shall I take calls now?
Please do everything you want to.
Okay. All right. Yes, sir. Phone line 015150913, 015150913 and 015151913 are both numbers you can call us on. You can also use 0809-234-5913 as well as 0809-222-0913. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning, Prince Wyatt. How are you today?
I'm very okay. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you.
Happy New Year to you. Thank you. May God bless all of us this new year. You see, Amen. This morning, I want to talk about the Baba letter. As in the freedom, Baba has every right to support any candidate. But for me, my advice to him too, I don't want Baba to be written letter anymore. The one you wrote, the present president today, is no more freely to Aso Rock. And in Nigeria, know who they want to vote for. On that very day, the day elections will come around, how many for the want to deliver for a candidate? The top 3 candidates, they are qualified to occupy Aso Rock. Whether Atuaju Tinubu, whether Atiku, whether Obi, both of them are qualified to occupy Aso Rock. And all of them are old politicians, former governor, former vice president. So, as it is now, Baba Obasanjo, I want you to be friendly with anybody that occupy Aso Rock. Because age is telling on him. Age is telling on him. As it is now, Baba is so powerful in Africa, in Nigeria. But when you talk of electoral value, Baba is nowhere to be found. when he become president of this country, it is some people that make him to be president. And when we call the president of Nigeria, he trying to be do or die. He can put anybody, he can remove anybody with evil. But today, we all free. We want to have free and fair election. Let anybody that Nigeria love most occupy the place, and let him behave like other presidents.
All right, sir.
I don't want you to. I don't want to make enemy with incoming president.
Okay, time, please.
Thank you, Prince Wise. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Adu. Mr. Adu. Good morning to you. Happy New Year to you and the good.
Good morning. Happy New Year. What's your name, sir?
My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Maza. I'm a regular listener.
Emmanuel from Maza. Good to have you here. Please go on.
Yes,
Go on.
Thank you so much. Yes, I want to talk about that man, that waste management man that came with all his good news, and all the good news was only about to put more poverty on the masses. I think the Lagos State is rich enough to be able to pay anything concerning refuge, management or disposal, at least in the place where, in the local areas like Maza, some local places, I think Lagos State should be able to pay the price for disposal of those waste. At least in the islands, in those rich areas where people have money, in order to encourage people to patronize this, what do they call these people that dispose refuse. But all his good news was to increase price of disposing refuse and increase price of whatever. This thing is putting up poverty on and discouraging people to patronize all those, doing the right thing, patronize all those that dispose all those refuse.
Emmanuel.
Another thing is that let people stop categorizing all the politicians as being equal. Obasanjo is also P2B. Maybe he realized that he has done some mistakes in the past, and he has, but
Emmanuel, sorry.
he does not have the time.
Sorry, Emmanuel, I had to let your call go.
Please, when the time is being overshot, respectfully cut the person off if he's not hearing us, please.
Okay. Chika says, Happy New Year, Guru Ado. If many believe that PDP failed and voted APC and Buhari, why is it difficult for such people to see that there are failures we must tackle to move Nigeria forward? Obasanjo has written, and it's up to us to avoid APC and their conjurer's broom. Chika is the one who wrote that. Yes. Tunji says, Good morning, Ado and Guru. You're doing a great job. Please tell the Loma... tell your guest that Loma or PSP isn't at Isolo, Mureni Street. Is it Mureni or Mureni? I'm not sure which of them it is. In Isolo. Says we need them there and we're ready to pay. Okay, that will be for the next time our guest is here. Sadly, he had to dash out of the studio.
No. Ado, somebody in his office is recording this conversation.
Okay. So the PSP at Isolo in Mureni Street, it says there's nobody there. And Tunji Adeshokon is saying that they need someone there and they're ready to pay for the services. Still on WhatsApp, Sparko says, Happy New Year, Ado and Guru. My take is on Obasanjo's letter to Nigerian youths for endorsing Peter Obi, incoming president. He says it's now left for the right-thinking Nigerians to act. Adu, is NNPC Limited still under federal government of Nigeria, or it has been privatized? For now, it's still under the federal government. It's been commercialized, not privatized, now under the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Petroleum Resources. So privatization will be phase 2, but for now, it's just commercialization. Where was I? Okay. One or two more calls before we go. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, my name is Steven.
All right, Steven, thank you.
Yeah, I'm calling from Yaba.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, Obasanjo is entitled to his opinion, yes. It's left for those who will vote to know the right person to vote. Yes, they said because an elder will not be at home, why goat gives birth on a road. See, most of our elders in this country, they have been at home while goat is giving birth, while on a road. See, we have to move this country forward. Then it baffles me at times when they say, everybody go get your PVC. Are they ready to give people their PVC? Where INEC offices are being destroyed. Then we have to find out who are those who are destroying these INEC offices. If they are the people who don't want votes to come out from all those regions where all these PVCs are being destroyed, then look at now. It's only on one side of the country that these PVCs, these INEC offices are being destroyed. Let them find out who is being sponsoring all these things, who is doing these things.
All
if
right.
the IPOB members let them find out if the militant ones have been inside them, or if these things are talks who are sponsoring from outside those states.
All right, sir. Thank you. We have to let you go because of time. We apologize. Good morning. What's your name?
Hello, good morning, Adu and the Guru. Good morning,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead quickly.
Yes, my name is Chooks from Ugudu.
All right. Go ahead.
What I want to say is that the story of Betabi Amila and Asu is similar to the one the Guru has talked about before, where he said a rich man died, visited heaven and hell, and all the like. Maybe the Guru have to say that story once again because Asu needs to hear that. Thank you.
No, it can't be today, but thank you all the same. Adu,
Guru.
you know the plane has landed.
Yes. Although this one did not land in court, by the way.
Thank you for that. So I want to thank every one of you, and I want to say Happy New Year once again to all of you, and thank you for even dancing with us. But Adu, let me drop this. Any one of us, all of us that are listening to this program today, please pull out the Premium Times newspaper of today. Pull it out online. Premium Times of today. Read the story. How the caption is this: how CBN loans to Buhari government climbed 2,900% in 7 years in violation of law. What they brought, but because you said the other time that they are saying accumulatively, nothing came from Goodluck Jonathan. It is for the 7 years of Muhammadu Buhari that he was collecting this money until accumulatively came to 20-something trillion. Your 20-something trillion spent without approval from the National Assembly. So the National Assembly now tactically say, let us step it down. They are going to pick it, they are going to approve it. As they have approved, even in increment, a budget of 20-something trillion to 21-something trillion, with all the padding that the executive admitted, with the assertion that the National Assembly put. Please, pick your PVC. Vote wisely. If you don't vote wisely, Nigeria is gone, and you will be a major contributor to that destruction. I want to thank all of you again. This year, we shall be better in doing this thing. And you shall be a better listener. And please, in your reaction, let us know what we are supposed to do that we are not doing. Let us know the segment that you want us to include, the one we want us to elongate, the one we want us to remove, and we will do it accordingly. You can follow me on Twitter at Godwin_Buebu. Visit my website, www.godwintheguru.com. Facebook is Godwin Etakibuebu, and there is a page created on Facebook which is called Vetra Column. Please follow all these ones. Then you can visit my YouTube channel, which is Godwin the Guru. Until Monday, where we shall be having all this juicy back again and in a more prominent way, because we are bringing top personality on Monday, but we have tomorrow, we have Wednesday that we shall be digesting the paper. From me and Adu to you, until tomorrow or Monday, please keep yourself out of trouble. Once again, Happy New Year. Bye-bye.